Holy smokes, how long has it been? Couple of months. Do apologize for that. Got something kind of interesting this time. No sexy B-roll. But this time we're going to go ahead and do a little upgrade to my NuXT. We're going to put in some built-in speakers and have some fun with the Tech Select AdLib. Coming up on the 90s Tech. So this is the Cyber Acoustics CA1001. And it was obviously made in China. It comes in a pretty basic box here. It is a powered speaker, so let's get it unboxed. All right, so this should come with everything we need. Like most of my videos, this is unscripted. I have an idea what I want to do, and I don't know if it'll work. By the way, if you're wondering where I have been all this time, I've actually tried to record several videos between now and my last upload, and all those projects failed miserably. So I've just been kind of disincentivized, and then political climate, COVID, all the crud that's going on here towards the end of 2020 and 2020 in general has been maximum suckitude. So anyway, so I've had this for a little while, and it's like, okay, I want to do this. Let's do some upgrades. So we've got an expansion slot with an audio pass-through. This is way longer than I need, since this is going to sit right next to my AdLib, which is the Tech Select AdLib clone. I do really appreciate that this is as long as it is, because I'll probably need it. And then it comes with some screws, and these look like kind of plastic self-tapping screws here. All right. Come in. All right. So here we go. This is our little beastie. And that's it. You've got volume. I do appreciate that it's got aux in, so you can plug in your music player. It's got a headphone jack, which is cool, and a little power light, and I really like that it's got a built-in volume. Now, this is kind of a weird design because you've got a speaker grill here and here, but if you look on the bottom, the speakers are actually up firing, which is kind of weird. I'm not going to open this. I'm just going to go ahead and hopefully install it. I was originally planning on putting a floppy drive, a 5 1/4 inch floppy drive in the NuXT build, but the bay that's in there is really geared towards a optical drive, and I don't see a reason to put an optical drive in a XT class computer. I don't think I could anyway. So it comes with a extremely detailed and I don't know, looks pretty complicated wiring diagram here. I'm not sure if I can really figure this one out, but hopefully, you know, I'll squeak by somehow. So yeah, that's it. So let's install this, and then I've got some pretty cool stuff, to me at least, to show you, especially if you're into AdLib music. So let's do that now. All right, so we're back. I went ahead and took the cover off of the NuXT build. I love this case. I can't remember what case it is. It's like an Inwin something or other. They're a little expensive for what they are, in my opinion, but they seem well made. All the edges are curled around, and it comes with a little SFX power supply. So great. Apologize as always for the messy workbench, but it is a workbench. So what are you going to do? Okay, let's get this going. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to keep my NuXT manual in here anymore. Really handy place to put it. So that all comes out. Let's go ahead and put in the adapter. This is really long for my needs anyway. So that's the inside. So if you have a full tower case, I think you're probably good. Oh, you know what? There is one thing I don't like about this case, and that's this cover here. You got to kind of bend the plastic or the metal to get that off. It's a little annoying. All right. So we got our suspension slot cover. Just feed this through. such. All right, snug. Okay, this doesn't need to be nearly as long. Let's see if we can shorten this baby up a bit. What do you think, right there? Let's try that. Since there is the very minimal chance of a short, using a zip tie, since it does have metal in it, or sorry, using a twisty tie, let's use a zip tie instead. And this is just snug, it's not like cranked. Okay, I'm kind of guessing, but I think that'll be plenty long because it's got to go under the plastic tray, up and into the back, so that should be plenty. All right, my next question though is how am I doing on power? I need a Molex. All right, so I've got a Molex right there. And I think that'll be fine. Oh, and much like the LGR build, I did actually go ahead and add a speaker, and the little boop, 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 boop sounds a heck of a lot better. Ooh, you know what? It'll be kind of a neat, kind of clean way to do this. I'm gonna use the twisty tie here. Run this through. All right, plenty of twists, like that. Back of the AdLib, bam. Okay, I think we're ready. So let's place the tray. Feed this up through the tray. All right, so it comes with this nice long Molex adapter, and this is a really cheap Molex. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we'll again just tuck that through, and I think that'll just come around and plug right there. Cool, I was a little worried about that. All right, and finally we've got our metal tray. And we've got our speaker. Okay. So just like that. I have no idea if this thing even works. I bought it new off eBay. All right, so those are plugged in. Now, looking at the side, hopefully the camera is focusing. Hopefully there are some holes that line up. Yep, all right. We got a hole there and a hole there that's lining up. So I was hoping this was basically set up for optical screw holes. And it looks like it wants me to use the rear 2 holes and the slider. And I feel like that back screw is too far back. Or not far back enough, but let's just give it a try. All right, so that's metal into plastic, so I'm being gentle, just making it a little snug. The screw size, threading, and the holes are nice. I'm digging that. Let's unplug these for a moment. Okay. So I think we're good, and I didn't even put it in upside down. Go me. All right, audio and power. That's all you need back here. Oh, right, this goes through these little, nice. All right, so let's go ahead and just put the front bezel on and see what the fitment looks like. There we go. Ooh, nice. Okay, that actually looks really good. I like that. You know, it's funny, when I built this, for some of you, you might remember, I was like, should I paint it beige? And pretty much universally, people were like, nah, I like the future retro, keep it black, cool little case kind of attitude. So appreciate the feedback on that, folks. I think we're ready to test it. All right, let's boot her up. Well, we got a green light. That's good. Bam, we are booted. All right, I'm not sure how loud this is going to be. There's independent volume control on the AdLib as well as up here up front, so I'm going to turn this kind of way down. I want to use PX3 just because it's a known element. All right, AdLib. And it should just go to VGA since that's what's in here. Ooh. Okay, so you're probably not going to be able to hear this very well because I'm using a lav mic, but we are getting sound. It sounds a little muddy, but kind of in a good way. So I'm going to try and find maximum volume here. It's got quite a good amount of linearity in the volume, actually. The volume roller is a little cheap, and you can just feel it's just kind of a low-cost potentiometer, but there's a lot of movement from max to minimum, so you get a good amount of granularity in your volume choice. So what I'm trying to do is trying to find the loudest that I can set the AdLib, and then the loudest I can set this and not get distortion. That's pretty good. Okay, that's distorted. All right, I think it's about as loud as I'd personally want it. And that's with the built-in speaker at maximum volume. Okay, I think that's about where we want it. It works. Let's put it back together, set it back up here on the bench, and let's have some fun with AdLib, huh? All right, we're back. Got the NuXT all buttoned back up, put back here on the corner of my workbench where it typically lives. And I have manual focus set up so the camera should not hunt around for focus, pointed at this adorable little LCD monitor that I recently got. I think it's a 15-inch, yeah, SyncMaster 515V. It is VGA only, and the previous owner was happy to rehome it to me. It was very dusty, but just a quick wipe down, and it works great. So perfectly suits my needs, and I think it looks great on the NuXT. Yeah, I know it's not as pure, it's not a CRT and stuff, but gets the job done. All right, so before we get started, I want to show something kind of neat that I stumbled across. So let's go to games. Please forgive my typing. This little PS2 keyboard is kind of junk. All right, so I've got a few games in here, of course, including Planet X3, but the one I want to show you is Stun Runner. Now, one thing that I want to do is at the end of this video, I'm going to have a few recordings coming out of the AdLib, and you'll be able to hear those purely out of the AdLib. Obviously, it doesn't tell you what this little cyber acoustic speaker sounds like. I'm just going to have to kind of give you my opinion on that. But yeah, so let's go to Stun Runner. Now, this game is really geared more towards, say, a 286 or a 386. The NuXT is a little too slow to play this. I personally like the EGA color palette. The VGA looks better, but we're going to view the EGA version. It runs a little better, too. And I'm going to move my mic closer to the cyber acoustic so you can hear it. And give us a chance. When it gets going, it's pretty darn good AdLib, and I didn't even know there was a PC version of this game. right, so pretty cool, I think. I love it. I had never heard that song before. Like I said, I didn't even know there was a Stun Runner for PC, and this is one of my favorite arcade games. Oh, is it gonna go into attract mode? Oh, oh no, okay. So yeah, if you ever played Stun Runner, this is one of my favorite arcade games of all time. It was in the arcades for years, and it got updated with newer hardware, faster hardware over the years. And it's just, it's really fun. It's funny though, that amazing AdLib music, and then you get PC speaker when you go to actually play it. And I don't know what that is. I'm just using the arrow keys. Yeah, that's pretty rough. So yeah, I'm just tapping the arrow keys left and right. I do have the NuXT set to its maximum speed, which is 9 megahertz or so. Getting up here to get these speed stars is a little challenging at a couple of frames a second. You kind of get used to it though. I would have definitely played this game on my XT, which was old when I got it back in the 90s, early 90s. Like this. I absolutely would have played this game. Yeah, it's pretty rough. But we're not here to listen to PC speaker bleeps. We're here to listen to AdLib. So next up, something really cool that I stumbled across literally today when I was doing a little bit of research to make this video. So let's get to that next. Now, this works, but as you'll see for the visualizations and stuff, this computer is not fast enough. I would say you'd probably want at least a 286 or a 386 to do this. And this actually work with just about anything with an OPL chip on it. So like any of the sound blasters with a proper Yamaha OPL chip on them will probably work with this. I love the custom graphic mode font thing. It's really cool. So this is HSC Player. This was made by the Orbital Crew, and they have a website which I will link at the in the show description down at the bottom, and I will also link to the post on Vogons that they did back in, what is this, June 2nd, 2019. I'm not sure if this is the latest version, but because they have a download available on their DOS section of their website, or it's like a sister site or something like that. But yeah, so this is HSC Play, and this plays AdLib files, and it actually came with a bunch of really great AdLib. So I'm going to hit F2 to load. Love this interface. They actually have a file manager too that uses the same mode, and I would really like to check that out. So Lost Ship's pretty cool, and this does some really neat stuff with AdLib. Like, whoever made these, kudos out to you. You are a very talented person to make stuff like this. Like, I wouldn't even know how to do any of this stuff, but I'm also very much not a musician. But I've only listened to one or two of these. This is one of the ones I listened to that I really liked. And I'm going to move the mic down near the speaker thingy again, and you can hear some of it. I'll play a couple of these tracks, and then I'll play a recorded version to my audio recorder of these as well, so you can hear it in full glory. try something else. So there you have it. That is the Cyber Acoustics CA1001. And as far as how it sounds, I think it sounds great. You know, does it sound as good as, you know, an old pair of Altec Lansings, or, you know, even something more modern like this thing here? This is just a little self-powered speaker. This little thing actually doesn't sound too bad. But just having the convenience of having this built right into my NuXT to enjoy AdLib music is just huge for me, and I love how it looks. So if you have a NuXT or some other retro build, you could take one of these, and you could even go so far as to paint it beige, take it apart. It's plastic, right? So enamel paint should actually stick to it really well. And you could just paint the front bezel or something like that if you wanted to, and it should work really well. So I think that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and record a few select tracks for you to enjoy from Insane Player, and probably go ahead and record that track from Stun Runner as well for you to enjoy here at the end of the video. Again, links for the software that I found are going to be in the description below. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I plan on making another video over Thanksgiving break here in the US. So hopefully I can get that actually done and uploaded. Again, thanks to everybody who's been supportive. Somebody even commented on my last video asking if I was okay because I hadn't uploaded a video in a long time, and that just really meant a lot to me. So thank you for checking in on me, and I just really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy, and keep it 90s, my friends.